as usual, I'll quick adjust my camera. There, that'll do. Hello everybody, welcome back again. As the title suggests, I will be finishing this beautiful boy with some finishing touches. Ideally tentacles and everything else. If you didn't make it to the show last night, basically this is just an excuse to kind of chat shit, chew the fat while there's some hobbying done. Anyone who's in the chat would love it if you just sound off so I can see or hear and see who is there, and we'll go from there. So yeah, let's get to it. Right. Okay, good. Right. So, just waiting for my thing to catch up so I can see the chat. One second. One second, I'm just doing this so I can see my chat. There it is. Hi Dave, good to see you in here. You're not feeling it? Why, what's up? You okay? Oh, thanks. No, right. Sorry. I'm using my phone on a little weird mount thing, so just trying to get the angle right. Beautiful. Right. So I had a bit of a problem last night with a buzzing sound. If you can hear it, please let me know, and I will change it. I will try and see if I can fix it, because I think it might be because of where I positioned my microphone yesterday. If not, well, I don't know. We'll see. Hello everyone who's come from the Great Hall community, which is probably most of you. That's okay, I like that. Right. I still haven't played Battlefield 2042 again yet, Dave. I pre-ordered it when it came out, and then I never played it. I played the beta, that was about it. I should probably get on that one day. Right, where do I begin? So, I got all my bases down yesterday. Finished all the bone. So, I think I will go in with the black first. The buzzing is there. Oh, for Christ's sake. Alright, okay. I don't really know what to suggest. I don't know what it could be. I thought it might be because I had my Echo Dot up there, but there's no electronics interfering with it. It's just got to be my phone. I'm really sorry. Hopefully it's not enough to shoo you away. But I'll do what I can next time. I'll have to try and rejig it so that I'm using something else as a microphone, I suppose. Which isn't ideal, but I mean, we do what we have to. So, yeah. Let's get to it. Oh, I actually did build the Deathmaster from Skaven today. A lot of fun with it. Really fiddly though. I haven't built a Skaven model in a long time, especially none of the newer sculpts. Also, this is from a good couple of years ago. It's so good. I'm looking forward to kind of playing with a paint scheme for this. I'm thinking albino, but we'll see. Used to Eddie buzzing away. Well, like I said, for the next time, I'm going to do my best to try and clear it out and make sure that it's gone. So, hi. How are you? What's everyone up to today? It's beautiful weather. Absolutely beautiful weather. Right, black. I am painting my Lord of Contagion, which I started on the stream last night. As you can see, all the base colors are down, pop and black. I highlighted the cloak yesterday, and I finished all the bone. So now I'm going to go in and do the rest of the highlights. I'm going to do the blacks first. Go with the rest of the highlights, and then I will work on the weathering effect for the metals with my dirty down rust paint, and then I will do the smoke effects, and then base it, and he's done. And that's it. He is complete. On camera, like from what I can see there, he looks really bright. That is kind of the effect I was going for. It's not just solid bright green. It is highlighting and everything else, but obviously because it's a bit kind of super focused on here, yeah, I can imagine it will look that way. So, right, let's get some blacks. Don't need a lot. So I had someone ask me last night, so I'll say it again just in case someone decides to ask it again. Hello nobody. Hi nobody. Hi nobody. For the greens I actually use Vallejo, but for the rest of the most of the rest of the model I use Citadel paints, just because, well, they're easy to get hold of. You can physically go into Games Workshop and see them, whereas with the Vallejo, stuff like that, most of it's just online. It's not online only. Just I don't really have access to somewhere that I can just go and physically see the colours. So yeah. And then I went out for a lovely ride today with Liam, Mr. the Dempsey. No, they will be. When you get asked this a lot, they will be coming across to the Great Hall at Liam's discretion, of course. I wouldn't just say, oh, by the way, here you go, they're coming. It's up to Liam. But when it's more about when they're ready. Basically, yeah, would be ideal, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be really ideal. Yeah, they will be coming onto the channel at Liam's discretion. It's just more of a case of, at the minute, they're not ready. So painted, complete to a level that I'm happy with, I'll have about about 800 points. But that's, it's not that. So I was saying this last night, one of the biggest problems with Death Guard is there's a lot going on, I mean, the Lord of Contagion alone has metals of 2 different flavours, greens. Obviously I'm doing it a bit more complicated than it needs to be, but greens, cloth, gas effects, skin, tentacles, organs, bone, cloth, different cloth, there's so much going on, so it's not a case of you can just slap some paint on it and call it a day. Well, again, you can, but I can't. Again, like I said, I was talking about it last night, but I'll kind of is if you want to do it just so that it's kind of going by the Games Workshop way. I mean, it's not. It's obviously a little bit more complicated than that, but going by the Games Workshop way, it's just a case of Death Guard green, some what's it called? I always forget the name of the colour. Balthazar gold. That's the one. Balsar Gold, and then Agric Earthshade, and go back over with highlights, you know? And then you're basically done. To a level that's like, that is more than acceptable, you know? Because it's an army where if it looks a bit shitty, well, not shitty, but if it looks a bit messy, it's kind of their thing. Ah, Kazarian, hi, nice to see you again, Neil. Yeah, that sounds great. Just let me know. Just let me know, buddy. That sounds like a good shout. I've got some Plague Marines to get on with. I've got like another 5 to get on with, Kaz, but I was gonna prime them and get them ready. But I thought, why? I can just wait for the ones I'm getting from you, and I can just do them all in one go. Be efficient, as it were. SM40k, hi, welcome back, thank you. Yeah, because I'm trying to get them done, not quickly as possible. I'm trying to get them done, so like for me that means, you know, they're done. But at the same time, it's my favourite faction. So I'm absolutely making sure I'm making it the best I possibly can. So these are in grey pluses. That's fine. This was too. This was undercoated. This was coated in Death Guard green, but I just, yeah, it was a thin, nice, lovely thin layer from Mr. the Sean, Mr. Stick Monkey. So I just painted over it. I've got the capability of stripping the paint anyway, if I really need to. So I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Death Guard green is quite a muted colour anyway. I mean, you know, it's really, look at the difference. Colour difference. I've always got that there just in case, because obviously, I think that might be the original bottle I bought actually. Think about it. I think I've used it like once or twice. Lovely colour. I love the fact it's got the Death Guard name on it, but it's just, I don't know. I really like, you know, the pop arty comic book style colouring. I like it so it's vibrant, you know. I don't know. Not to the point of like, hi, I've just dipped this in you know, luminous and yellow. Dave, why is it your favourite faction? I love Death Guard back in 8th. Before Terminus dropped, what was bottom of power went on a 14-game unbeaten run? My list was odd. Why is it my favourite faction? Because they're space zombies. Because they're freaking cool. Like I really like Chaos factions. I love Thousand Suns are so cool. Like I love the. It's less about the demons and stuff like that. It's more about I like the aesthetic of the armor. So say with the Death Guard, like, I mean, look at these. Look at these freaking Terminators. Look at them. Look at them. I mean, Terminators are the kind of my favorite thing about, one of my favorite things about 40k anyway. Because in general, Terminators just I like the big, bulky, you know, look of them. So I absolutely love the look of Rubric Marines. I think they're really cool. But with Death Guard, I don't know. It's just, I like the fact that they're so unique. They're a Chaos faction that basically has their own model for the entire line. I love that. I mean, before 8th edition, it wasn't quite like that. But even then, I just like the fact that, like, instead of it being just, right, so just go, it's a defensive kind of way of playing instead. I mean, did nothing wrong. Yeah. It's a lot more defensive way of playing. You know, it's just my jam. I like it. I was talking about this in the stream last night, but I'm really bad at looking around the model and be like, yep, so I need this here, and here. And then I'll look around at the end and be like, well, my work here is done. I'll close the paint, I'll clean my brush, and then minute I pick up the model again, oh, there's a bit. Lord God, I just need to cut them. Screw up there. I don't like them. I don't really like wet berries very much. I mean, I don't think anyone does, but they're not for me. I'm not really fond of the whole preachy thing in any aesthetic. Like you look at, like for example, the movie The Mist. That's the example I always use. I'll try to explain this. The least favorite part of that movie is the woman, the preacher. That kind of shit is why I don't like that kind of character. I'm not saying it's bad to like religion. That's not what I'm saying at all. But, you know, shit's worth. So, yeah. Don't really like word bearers. I like their armor colour though. This is what my CSM army is. I don't know. Is it word bearers? You know what it is? Go on, Dave, you tell me. Iron Warriors. Bit of Pokerabo. I like Pokerabo. Which one? Just yap. I just said like 5. Emperor's Children. Iron Warriors. Thousand Suns. Death Guard. Dark Angels. Word bearers. Are you doing the traditional traditional colours? Or are you doing your own little homebrew? Tell me your secret. Yeah. Hey, I'm saying options. You didn't talk to me. Talk back and forth. Yeah, really big fan of their colours. Traditional didn't want gold. Right. Not really. Are you going to use contrast paint? Are you going to do a base of silver and then use a light contrast over the top? Like that one? Because that'll look pretty cool. Use a really light red contrast over the metal. You'll get a really nice tight red kind of effect. And it'll turn your painting time in half because you've got an airbrush. Food for thought. Would it be accessible to run Heresy World Eaters in 40k or not? And you stock so much? As in the models, the base size is okay. I believe the base sizes are alright. I mean, you have to proxy in. I'm not overly familiar with the Heresy unit names, but you'd have to kind of declare it. I suppose it depends on you. If you're playing in like with your friends, I think it really doesn't matter. But obviously, otherwise you have to be like, so here's my 8-bound. This is this. This is this. You know. So you're painting them lead belcher with corn red, Agrex wash, for 2k 4 days. Nice. That metallic red would look really cool though. You know. Oh, you fucker. Oh. I went back into my black rather than the bronze. That's naughty. Shouldn't do that. Bastard. Did not want to do that. I was looking at a load of different. Oh, that's quite cool actually. I was looking at a load of different models the other night for the Chaos factions. The Chaos God factions. You know, like Thousand Suns, etc. And I was kind of looking at all the lines, and I was getting really excited looking at them, and I was thinking, do you know what? I'm going to at some point I'm going to get a model from each. I'm not sure it's going to be a centerpiece model, or it might just be the Terminators, because again I really like Terminator models. And get a model from each. But I'd like to paint them in their heresy colours. Like I don't know what it is about the heresy colours, but like the blue and white. I can't imagine a demon Angron with blue and white armor, but contrasting with his red skin. I think that looks so good. And like the red and gold for the Thousand Suns on like Iron Man or something. That's just it looks so good. Emperor's Children. I mean, yeah, good. But you get my point. You get what I'm saying. You know where I'm coming from. Ooh, you did it again then. Yikes. So what's everyone been up to today? Like I said at the beginning, I went for a lovely bike ride with with Mr. Dempsey this morning after watching a movie with my mother. We went up to get some nice photos. If you're in the OnlyFans group, if you come from the Great Hall, and you're in the OnlyFans group, you would have seen best world. Yeah, like literally, I've seen a way of doing the blood. If you have an airbrush, use a paint. Get the red. This brush really hard. Get red paint on your airbrush, on a paintbrush, and then use just the air from the paintbrush, like this. Just press the air rather than if you've got a double action, instead of pulling it back to use the paint as well, you just use the air, and it spittles the like spots of the color onto the model. Like, I think that'd be quite an interesting way of doing it, especially if you use like a dark red, so it looks like it's dried, because its blood isn't red when it dries. It's more like a brown. So I think that'd be quite cool. Might be worth taking a look at, I suppose. So yeah, went for a ride this morning. No, that was more the afternoon actually. It wasn't this morning. Went for a ride this afternoon. And then I watched a movie called The Green Book on Netflix. That was a really good film. It had Viggo Mortensen, and I can never remember his name. He's the guy who's supposed to be playing Blade in the MCU soon, at some point, maybe. He doesn't get cancelled like everything else. But that was a really good feel-good movie. I'm not going to spoil any of it. I probably shouldn't really talk about any of it on here anyway. It's on Netflix. Hello, Brandon. Yeah, it's on Netflix. You should watch it. It's really good. Good feel-good movie. Oh, just flicking. Yeah. So, you know, just the air, especially if you lower the pressure so it's not too hard. You don't want it all coming off at once, otherwise you might as well just spit it at it. If you lower the pressure of your airbrush, I think that might be quite a cool little look, especially if you really go for the weathering already. Hi, Brandon. Oh, I love you too. Yeah, that'd be a nice little touch. Go into that. Can't see that. I might even give that a try. Especially if you put it on Angron or something. If anyone's going to be really bloody, it's going to be him. I don't know if you've read any of the Black Library books, the Horus Heresy. Even before, I've not read any of the ones where he's a demon. I don't know if there even is any books with he's a demon in it yet. I'd imagine so. But reading the Horus Heresy books, like Angron is less less of a Primarch and more of like a force of nature. I'm really into that. Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the one that came with the Dark Imperium box, which unfortunately you can't get anymore. Yeah, there it is. Is the picture clear enough, or is it blurry? Tell me, because if it's blurry, apparently it was really clear last night, and because I had the camera flipped the other way. So if it's blurry, I'll just flip it again. So if you could just let me know, whether you like that. Is the camera clear? Am I clear? Can you hear me? I know the buzzing's still there apparently, which isn't ideal. Yeah, I don't know. Did a betrayer. Is that the... Which one's that one? Vlad. All clear. Okay, good. Thank you. Which one is betrayer? I'm not 100%. Is that an actual World Eaters book? I'm a massive shit for books. I mean, if you were here last night, I talked about it quite a bit. Like, I love a good book. Procrastinator AI, hi. I read Anger on the Red Angel recently, and yeah, Force of Nature is a good description for the big red guy. Yeah, he really is. It's when they're on it's fan 4, we're fan 3, whatever, whichever one. When they're on the planet, and shit goes down, I won't spoil it. When it explains, like, when they think he's dead, my god, he's literally, that man is just an absolute shit show. I'm all for it. I'm not even a World Eaters player, and I'm so into it. You know? Good. Goody gumdrops. Goody. Just checking to see if I've got anything. Okay. So, that's that. Clean some brushes. No. So, the one I'm talking about is, I can't remember if it is that bit's on his fan 4, but it's basically, he gets collapsed by a building. I think it's like in like book 2 or something of Horus Heresy. Yeah, like they bring buildings and rubbles and whatever's down on the World Eaters, and some high up in the Imperial Army comes out. This is like the beginning of the heresy, like the actual physical heresy. And Angron comes out and just starts cleaving around with this chain axe. It's just so good. I don't know what you're talking about there. Okay, I think I'm gonna do some skin tone. Skin highlights. This is my kind of box of shame of paints that don't fit on my lovely Citadel one, including other Citadel ones. Yeah. I wanted this just to be for my... I've got a little set of drawers there just for my terrain, but I have quite a few paints. Unfortunately, you know, you can never have too many paints. Unfortunately, fortunately, whichever way you want to put it. Yeah. Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, imagine. Right, I'm going to quick tidy up that little bit of mess I made there. Look at that very green. Gently does it. Good. That's what I like. What paint brand are these dropper bottles from? They look interesting. Which ones? The ones that are in the drawer? They are a mix. So, I'll little timber brush, and I'll show you again. Oh, my coffee's going cold. Shite. You know about this one, Brandon? So this is Vallejo, actually. So I have, I think 8. It came in a pack. So it's all these ones. They came in a pack. It was called Orc Skin or something like that. I mainly got it for the greens, but the fact that it came with a red, a purple, a yellow wash, and a skin tone, I was into that. And it was like £14. It was ridiculous. It was so good. That was from Element, actually. And they're Turbo Dog, which they're okay. They're okay. The Turbo Dog ones, I like using them for my weapons on the Seraphon, but so far that's kind of it. That's it. That's the bit, yeah. That's exactly it. Yeah. I miss Tarek. I miss Loken as well, actually. I'm on book 9 now. I just finished Battle for the Abyss the other night. I do miss like the early books when it was about Loken or Soltarvitz. You know, like you had that main group of characters where like now every book has been going its own way, which is good. I mean, Battle for the Abyss was pretty good. I don't really care much for the Ultramarines in it. Legion was really good. The Alpha Legion one, I really enjoyed that. Kind of wanted to start painting an Alpha Legion army after that, which is a bit of a problem. But you know, that's kind of how it goes. Right, skin tones. Let's water this down. 2 parts water. Yeah, Vanilla Marine, yeah. Legion was such a good book. The whole John Grammaticus thing. Yeah, I was really into it. But like I said, made me really want to start an Alpha Legion army after. So if you're wondering, I put a contrast on the skin yesterday of Plague Bearer flesh, and then I kind of just roughly kind of go over the top layer with cadmium skin, just give it that kind of really sickly, kind of gross ass kind of look to it. I use this on my Plague Bearer, my Poxwalker actually. They come up really good. But of course, I was able to dry brush it over on that, but I can't on the head. But the effect is still the same. I'm so happy with it. The line on Alpha Legion. Hi Chris. Yeah, the landscape managed to get it working. Yeah, I think I've seen that line in Alpha Legion colours. I've seen one in Blood Angels colours too. Some of them. I don't know why, but that's just be how it is. Right, that's that done. That done. I'm going to use Gene Steel Purple and a bit of Emperor Sugar. But now I'm going to do some highlighting on his intestines. So I like doing these with just a ring, with just a ring of colour. So I do a base of Lucas Pink on the entrails on the inside, and then I'll do on the big one I'll use the purple, and on the little ones I'll use the pink. It's just as rings. You'll see, if you've seen intestines, they kind of corded, just to kind of bring up the colour. So quick, easy highlight without actually having to spend too much time on it. Because you're only going to see it and pick up close anyway. You know, I don't want it to be the main focus. I want the top to be the main focus where all this is going on. Is it suspicious to anyone else that the little Primarchs are coming back with new abilities like Lion, Forest Walking? Well, they've all got multiple abilities though, haven't they? You know, it's no secret. But I get what you mean. The next Primarch, even though I know, well, I don't know, but it's very, very highly going to be full grim. I would really like to see a chaos demon Perturabo. I think that'd be so cool. Like if he's just more metal. I've seen some fan art out there of it, and I just really hope and really wish that that's what they do. But we'll see. We shall see. It's really light rings just to bring up some colour. Ah. Slight, but it's effective. They thought Vulcan. Oh yeah, Vulcan's cool. Odin like Rust. See, I'm hoping if they do bring out a Primarch model, Primarch Rust model, 40k. I really do hope it is very much like traditional Odin or like a berserker kind of Viking style, rather than just a big wolf man. Because one of the worst, in my opinion, models for the Space Wolves is the Wolfen, because they are so old-fashioned. You know, down the village just don't want to go chaos. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, you know, I think it's one of those things where it should be a grey area because it's the warp. You know, like Russ has been doing a lot in there. I mean, they're already kind of touched by chaos anyway. I reckon. Yeah. I don't know. They're partial to it, aren't they? Because of their father, their big daddy. Cool. Beautiful. Yeah, Space Vikings, better Wales. So like, because it'll be a lot easier if they do the whole Rust. Yeah, but it would also be pretty cool if like Corvus for the Raven Guard. Raven Guard? Yeah. If Corvus came back and he was kind of, because he's been in the warp for a while, I think. Why? Yeah, exactly. Technically, it's all because chaos is just the general term, isn't it? It's just it's all that shit comes from the warp, like the magic part. Well, Alpharius is a sketchy subject, really. You know, he's dead now anyway, allegedly. But obviously you've got Omegon still. I don't know. Yeah, I think I would really like there to be, like, for story-wise, I think it'd be really cool to have a loyalist Primarch, but touched by chaos. You know, I think that'd be really cool. I think it'll be good for story because it'll be quite interesting. Hi Brian. Oh, welcome this time. You managed to catch the live one. Yeah, it's going very well, thank you. But yeah, so I think it'll be really interesting to see a loyalist Primarch touched by chaos in some way, even if they do get converted to a chaos-like form. I think that would be quite interesting lore-wise, to see how would they be ostracized, will they be kicked out, and then will they be hunted, and then will they turn to the traitor legions, you know? I think it'd be really cool. It'd be a really interesting kind of way to just kind of mix it up a little bit. But at the same time, a lot of people are expecting it, so then it wouldn't be mixing it. I don't know. It's messy. But that's what I'd like to see. I think that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Right, highlights. How's your day, Brian? You okay? Well, I'd imagine it's what, about midday for you, I think, maybe? I guess. Don't know where you are, I suppose. Which part would I choose for that storyline? What, the touched by chaos but is kind of still loyal? Corvus, maybe? Who have we got? Who have we got? Who haven't we got? Yeah, Corvus. I mean, Rogel Dawn would be cool. Like, if they find a way to get Dawn to do it, because he's so, you know, gung-ho. That would be a really interesting take, I think. But obviously everyone would normally say Russ, but I mean, Russ is kind of a bit of an asshole anyway. So, I don't know. It's like if Russ suddenly became a psycho, I think that would be quite funny. What, Jagged Kami on foot? No, his demon form would be he's got motorcycles for feet, jetbikes for feet. Yeah, that's what I reckon. You know, 5 arms, and they've all got wheels on them. And then he'll be fastest boy. I'm not Jagged Khan. I am Lightning McQueen. I was really hoping. I say what I was hoping. I really hope that one day they do a box where. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's what. Like, he's another one. Jagged Khan. He is hunting. Yeah, he's in the warp right now, isn't he? If I remember right. I don't know. I can't really keep track of nowadays. He. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. I really like one day there to be a box, because obviously the story between Jagged Khan and Thorgrim was they were supposed to go to. They were swapped or something, weren't they? It'd be quite interesting to see a box of them two, the British children and White Scars, to bring them into the game officially, because it's been too long since we just get the same legions get all the focus all the time. You know? Yeah, exactly. Use jetbike feet. You know it makes sense. Liam got some absolute stunning pictures of our bikes today. Absolutely beautiful. Drakari is one of those things as well. They're another range that I keep looking at, being like, I really like to paint one of those. I think it's the colours. Like the colours of the barges. I can never remember the name of them. The barges, they got the blue, the black with like the Inky by Darkness, and I think is it Sotek Green? I don't know. But that colour, it really sings to me. I like it. Love a bit of painting. Obviously, otherwise we wouldn't be here, would we? He is speed. He is the fastest. Yeah. Well, I mean, Brian, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? But at the same time, like I was saying just a minute ago, I don't want Russ to come back and he's just a big wolf man. I want him to come back and he is just pissed off, and he's warped, but not to the point where he's just a wolf. You know, I want him to be just really like a proper old school berserker Viking. He is just fuming. Yeah. Yeah, see? Odin Russ. Ooh, nearly drank my paint water. That's good. Yeah. You know, like imagine he's on like a rock. I can imagine he's just on a rock, kind of like crawling over it, kind of thing. I mean, if they're gonna do it, at least have like his armor kind of like not all there, but all broken, and like he's used. I don't know. I don't want it though. I want it to be bigger, wiser than that. Right. I think it's time for tentacles. Yeah. I've got some green here. I had an ard coat, but I don't know what I've done with it. It's a shame because I really would like to use it on the shit in here. Hi, Carl. No, there's more than one loyalist. It was just saying Jagadai Khan, Korax. Is it Corvus Korax? Yeah. Yeah. Any of them. I mean, like I was saying, I'd like it to be someone like Dawn or something, because that would just be ironic. You know? It's like how it'd be the opposite to how Thorgrim thought, you know, about perfection, and he suddenly like the Emperor's Children became just the most imperfect thing ever. Funny, right? Gooey stuff. Yummy. Luke green is such a good colour. The anti-Angron. Yeah. But if he was going to be a big wolf, would he end up just being just like Van Helsing at the end of the movie? Just where he's just big wolf, but with hair. That makes sense. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how into that I'd be. I personally want them to focus on factions we don't have yet. Like having Space Wolves get more models would be really good, because I personally like even though I know they're memed a lot because everything's either wolf this, wolf that, or whatever. But I quite like them because, well, they're Viking and I think they're pretty cool, and there's a lot of potential with the models. But I would really like them to the kind of I want Imperial Fists, you know. I want white scars. Like, I want official lines, like actual unique models. Salamanders, God, an army of salamanders would be so good. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, a bear would be much more better for Dawn than a wolf, but still, I don't want him just to be just some big animal, personally. He's better than that, or not? I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, bearish, bare-chested. You bastard. So, for my tentacles, this is my cheat sheet, by the way. I write them all down because I'm really forgetful. The colour lilac I did yesterday, so I need Fulgrim pink, Baccarat blue. There it is. And that's my tentacles. And end it with Druky Violet. So I do a really thin coat of this, just on half the tentacles there, and I do the tips with Baccarat blue. Makes them really stand out. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Not hard, is it? Just give us what we want. Please. We don't ask for much. Like, maybe just give us a Tau Codex, which actually has Tau on it. Or, you know, more than one model. Custodies. Or... I was saying this yesterday, but I'm kind of worried about when the Death Card Codex one comes out. Because they basically had a whole edition focused on them. And we've got these beautiful models that I'm currently painting right now. I'm worried that when they get their 10th edition codex, they're just going to get a single model, or maybe not even that. That's genuinely a big worry for me, because I'm a Death Guard player. I want more. As does everyone who has their army here. We want more. Please. The Wolf Lad, the Wolf Lord, were called Wolfie Wolfbane, who rides a wolf with a wolf belt, wolf cloak, wielding a wolf axe, using Howl the Wolf as doll, considering the Viking aesthetic, but I suppose GW doesn't want to. Mm-hmm. Well, it'd be quite funny though. I'd quite enjoy that. Mm-hmm. Oh, pulled out. Good. See, I'm undecided, right? Because we're getting to it now, and I'm starting to panic a little bit because I haven't decided. The smoke, I kind of don't know what colour to go. Like, in theory, I was thinking green, but then I thought, do I go blue? But now I'm thinking, because I've gone for really vibrant colours, this is the first one I've had to do smoke on for the Death Guard Army. I've got some to do for it, but this is the first one I've got to do for it. I'm thinking like a pink and purple. I'm thinking like a white undercoat, and then purple from below, dry brush, and then pink from above, but really pastely and really light. So using Fulgrim pink and Dakar lilac again. You know, bright pink, dry brush pink from the top, purple from the bottom, but really faint. I don't know. What do you think? Blue, green? Yeah, maybe. Could do a base of skink blue. Could do, could do a base of skink blue. And then like a dry brush. Warp stain, maybe. No, there's so much green on it. I could go blue to pink. Or I could do blue to purple. Purple to blue. Well, lighter on the tips. Yeah, so my old one, this is this one, I had it as a grey blue because that was the GW box art style. So this is the one that I bought this one when I bought the Dark Imperium box, and I painted this whenever that 8th edition came out. And it's the first ever model I painted that was in power armor, so I've not been wanting to get rid of it. But yeah, there's quite a difference. But this one is all in the traditional colours: Death Guard green, you know, Baltar gold, and all that lot. But I used the blue and grey for the smoke there, and it is really effective. But it does look good though. I am undecided. I will decide when I have to. Problem is, because this is on my phone, I can't create a poll. Otherwise I'll do a poll, and then you could help me pick a colour. Because then it will save me having to decide for myself. Because, you know, it's only for my entire army. Like, I need to figure out what smoke colour they're going to have. Because, like, I have my Death Shroud Terminator, like my Terminator captain, I've given him the smoke. The rest of them don't have it. Just so I can, when he's on the table, I can really, he stands out. And I haven't coloured it in yet, because I haven't decided what colour to do. So, what's that? The blue-grey? Yeah, I probably will just do that. I can't remember how I did it. I think I did it with... I think I did white, or wraith. I think I did Wraithbone. Well, it was bleach bone then, I suppose. With, I think I did Corellia green shade. And then I dry brushed it with skink blue, and then I highlighted it with bleach bone again, I think. I don't know, I'll give it a play. I'll do it in a minute, actually. Because fuck it, if I'm going to mess it up, might as well do it on camera. Yeah, so, we'll do that then. Fuck it. Fuck it, let's do it. Blue. Good. Just a touch. Okay. Good idea, Tim. Hi, Tim, by the way. Didn't realise you were here. So, in the chat, put a 1 for the traditional blue, grey-ish, smoky smoke, or a 2 for a pink-ish, purpley kind of one. Like a really bright, you know, to go with the kind of Grim Pop style. So 1 or 2. That's probably a better way to do it. Yeah, good idea. Two. Interesting. I don't know how many people I have in chat actually. How many do I have? 13. I'm going to do it next, so this is kind of important. 1, so 2 for the blue grey, and 4 for the pinky purple. Let's do it. No, Chris, stop it. That's naughty. You're not allowed to do that. There's always one. No, lad, you've already voted. You can't do that. It's not allowed. It's illegal. That is prohibited. 69. You bastard. That's something Liam would say. 69. Ha ha. Right. So, okay, let's do this then. So I will do a let's do a base of so a base of Wraithbone. No. Do an actual white. Let's do Ceramite white with Druky Violet. And then yeah, Chris, agreed. Try that blue you were just using, like with an Ulthuan grey over it or something, and see how it worked. So yeah, that's basically that was what I kind of did originally for my old one. But they voted with pink and purple, so I have to do that because I have to. They told me to. They voted. Sorry. I'm just a slave to the machine now. So yeah, Ceramite white, and then Druky Violet. There's a wash just to kind of get it all in there. And then I'm going to build it up with Slanesh Grey. And then I'll do the final colour with Foreground Pink. Yeah, those kinds of take it from there. I think that's a good idea. Good idea. I'm into it. I like it. Let's use a better brush. There you go. Let's use that one. So that's the plan. Yeah, exactly. And whatever. Who cares? It's plastic. Who cares? I mean, I care. I don't know if you saw that. Look. Whites. Good, isn't they? Look at that. That is fucking-licious. Yummy. Good. That's a brand new pot as well. Yeah. Yeah. You can't really, it's just grey in there. Come on, shaky, shake, 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 shake. Got to use his right arm. Go on, yeah. Big finish, and no, maybe not that one. Agitator balls, I do, but like don't know where they. Like since I've moved house quite a bit recently, in the past like year or so, and I don't know where they are. Yeah, that's a brand new pot. Just white, citadel white is just shite. I normally use ink, but not for this. Oh god, look at that. That's rock solid, that in there. Where's mine? Look at the fucking state of that. Look. Look! I have never used this. Jesus Christ. How's this sound? Well. Yeah. There's a little bit of paint there. If I just mix that little bit there. I only got to cover something. You're not going to see it, so it doesn't have to be white. I mean, it would have been nice. So. I mean, fine, whatever. Kind of working like a wash, so that's okay. Only a base colour. Yeah, Sarko's. Yeah, that curdsome way. And the worst part is like I don't tend to normally use little whites, but I think the ceramite white, well, one of these two whites, I think this might be this chorus white actually. I've only recently bought it. It's in. I mean, obviously, how long it's been in their shop, I don't know. But you know, luckily they're not expensive, and I'm getting a use out of it. And I think it might be alright as a dry brush colour, as and when I need to. So, I don't know. I plan to put all these in. I know it's what everyone, it's all you see on YouTube and stuff like that, is people put them into dropper bottles. Because I use an airbrush a lot, and my wet palette, a dropper bottle would be really handy right now. And I just don't like these paint pots, to be honest. They're messy, and the lids just dribble everywhere. Less than 6 years. Chris, I think I've had it less than a month. Yeah, that's agreed. You know, I mean, it's quite warm up here, so things tend to dry really quick up here anyway. So I'm not really worried about that. It's actually, I'm kind of enjoying it, because this is kind of like a wash. So it's going into all the recesses really nicely. I think I had it by accident. Just leave it like that. Just like Pope smoke. Good. Do I have a fan in the room? No, Vlad. I don't have. There's nothing electronic in my room, apart from my lamp, which is here. But it's LED, so it's not that. And my TV, which is like 3 feet to the right. It's not close enough to kind of be that. I don't know what it is, but I'm recording on my phone because I don't have a computer. I need to get a computer, but I don't have a computer right now. If this kind of kicks off a little bit, it will kind of put me into gear to get one, because I have all the equipment. I have a microphone for a computer. I have it's a boom mic, thanks to Liam, and I have an audio mixer and all that kind of, and a camera and stuff, all that kind of good stuff to go with a computer. But I don't have the actual PC. So right now, this is all I got. But I might have to rejig it at some point where I use a mic, like a little lapel mic, just to get rid of the sound, and so that I'm clearer. I don't know. This is only my second one, so if there's enough interest, then yeah. Because otherwise I'm just going to be sat here talking to myself anyway. And if I'm not on camera, I tend to do that anyway. But Dave, what movie you going to watch? Can't believe. I need you. Yeah, I mean, I have spicy brain, so if I don't sit here and just talk to myself, talk to you guys, I'm going to be talking to myself, because it's kind of how I wind down. So I decided to start this because I don't really socialise a lot outside the channel, like Liam's channel and all that kind of stuff, or work and stuff. Because as I've got older, I've just got a bit more kind of, not inwards. I don't know, just as I've got older, things have just got harder somehow, weirdly. And then I got diagnosed last year with things from a doctor. And it's just kind of helped me kind of just understand what's happening and what's going on with me. So now I just kind of just stick to myself and just paint all the time. If I'm not working at my actual day job, I paint, or if I'm not doing either of those, I'm at the studio with Liam and Joe, etc. So at the minute I've got a couple of projects going on for Liam. I'm helping with some AOS stuff, spearhead boxes, etc. I've done Seraphon already. I believe he's got a box of glue spike kits for me to do for him. Some other things, I've got a couple more over there. I'm going to do some scaving, I think. The Death Guard is my personal army, but I'm going to be using it for that, so there's a Death Guard army for the channel too. So all good things. I think alright. Thank you. Not Corax White, but Corax White. We're a perfectly good, not quite white. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, the reason why I did it wasn't just to help me, it's because I know that a lot of people in the hobby are a lot the same as me, a lot like me in that kind of way. So it's always nice just kind of have, even if it's just in the background, if you've just got someone that is just either talking at or to you, I know it helps. And sometimes some people just need someone to just kind of go, hey, how's your day? You know? I've got some pre-recorded stuff in mind to do, if there's enough want for it, which is quite exciting. The ideas I have are pretty good, I think. So, we'll see. But again, that is very much a case of I'd have to wait till I have the computer to do the editing and stuff, because I can't do that. I can do it on my phone, but it won't be very good. Yeah. So yeah, that's the white. It kind of breaks up the colour a bit, which is good. Yeah, that's that. Just thought of something I can do whilst I wait for it to dry. I had, what's that technical one? Is it Way Washer Glow? Alright, bye Carl. Cheers for stopping by, buddy. That is Way Washer Green, it's called. So this stuff is pretty cool. Do they still? I don't even know if they still do the glaze since they brought the contrast stuff out. I don't know if they still have the glaze stuff, but this is really good. I use this on like my Biology Putrefier. I use it on his vials. He's on his back, but I've had this for years. I'm going to use it on all the gooey bits, just straight from the pot. All the gooey bits, like that. Give it a bit of a shine. Give it that slightly different texture. Have they? Here I am, still using it. This glaze is really good though. I like it a lot. Got a big old blob on there. like the kind of glassy, green, glassy kind of look it gives. Why is Art Coat? I don't even know if that. I don't think that still exists. But I don't know if that comes up on camera. Alright, Sponge. Let's see you. Yeah, that's alright. Thanks for coming. Hi, Craig. But yeah, I don't know if that pops up on camera. But you can see on the guts in there, it gives it like a glassy kind of coat. I mean, it's a glaze, so it's literally what it's for. But I really like it. I'm really into it. A couple of coats of that. It also kind of brings the colours together. If it discourse down. Good. It's a shame, really. We don't make those anymore, so we better make sure we make that last. I don't know how long I left this one. 2012, apparently. Oh, cheers, Sponge. I mean, to be honest, I was saying it just a minute ago, but even if it doesn't, even if, like, no one really, like, you know, even if it doesn't kick off or people don't really, just aren't feeling it, I'll probably still do it. Just because it makes me happy, you know. You never know, like, even if it's just one person that needs someone to talk to, I'm always happy to do that. Oh, I think it must be last time. Next will be that's one. So we're actually almost done. I have about maybe 3 things I have left to finish. 4 including the base, because the base isn't going to stay like that. But I'll be dry brushing. I'll be airbrushing that, so I won't be doing that on camera. I have the rust effect on all of the metals to do, not all of it, but majority of it. I have to finish the smoke. Oh Christ! Most of them overnight is not for paint itself, but for me, but no, the metal together. Yeah. Oh, cheers, White. I appreciate that. Yeah, Tim, this is exactly why I'm doing it. You know, because it's just, even if you just listen to the sultry sounds of my voice, you don't have to interact, but it's nice if you do. If not, I'm just going to chat shit about what I've done over there. Right. I'll let that dry for a little longer. Yeah, I mean, I know I mentioned it yesterday, but for white, because you've just mentioned it, I'll bring it up again. The green, because I keep getting asked about it, the green is the following colours. Okay, so I black base as usual, and then for an airbrush I do from the bottom Rhinox hide to give a brown kind of saturation from the bottom, and from the top. First layer is Game Colour Vallejo Sick Green. Sick Green, not Sicky Green. Sick Green, number 72. Okay, 7229. And then I do a smaller blend from the top of Goblin Green. Okay, number 30. Again, Vallejo. And then my final one. So for all my other models, I've done a dry brush from the bottom with livery green from Vallejo as well. Because basically I'm going to be doing like a glow effect from the floor, so the brightness is coming from like just the shite and the toxic waste on the ground. But because he's a Lord of Contagion, he has all this above him and around him, so the glow is actually coming from the lanterns that are surrounding him and the floor. So he is basically mainly this bright green, apart from obviously where the light wouldn't be coming from. I don't know if it comes up on camera, but in person you can kind of see what we're going for. And when they're all together, it really, like, they really pop out, which I'm really excited because it's my birthday next month, so I'm thinking of treating myself to a Mortarion. I think Mortarion in this colour scheme is going to look fantastic, I think. If it ain't going to take me an absolute age to do. But yeah, Yeah, so it's not just all browns and greens. I'm actually going to be using a bit of, I think I'm going to use skink blue, maybe a bit lighter. Yeah, I'll probably use skink blue, but really light skink blue on the bottoms of the cloaks, on the tips, to give them kind of that kind of glowy effect. That's the plan anyway. Right, let's get on with this. Okay, good. I've got a couple of paints that I don't think they make anymore. I've got that Water Green. So they still do the dry ones. In Mortarians, how expensive is your army? Yeah, would be just. It'd be cool though. How expensive is my army? So let's put it this way. I've got 30 Plague Marines. I have 5 Blightlord Terminators, 6 Death Shroud Terminators, which I want more. I want another 6 because I'm going to replace my Blightlords with Death Shroud because it's much better. Lord of Virulence, Biology Fire. I've got Scribus, Tallyman. I've got Lord of Contagion. I've got 2 of them technically. I have Typhus, 30 Poxwalkers. I've got the Chosen Mortarian. I don't have Mortarian. The Liam's channel has a Mortarian, but I'm going to hopefully replace it with my own, so that one can go back to its owner. Nurglings, quite expensive. Probably about 3.5 Mortarians worth. Maybe 4 Mortarians. I mean, it's probably more than that. I don't know. I try not to tell. I try not to think about it too much. Yeah. Oh, 2 Playbase Crawlers as well. My Fake Blight Hall there as well. 2 of those. 2 Fetid Bloat Drones. Lots and lots. Right. Let's see if this works. Okay, okay. I'm into that so far. So normally, I might only have to do 1 colour on top. Good. So normally, obviously, Death Guard have pinks and purples for their cloth. So because I've gone for like a pop art Grim Poppy kind of green, I didn't want to do really bright green with really bright pinks, which is why I've done bright for the tentacles instead, so that they really stand out. And the brown for the cloth just kind of bring it back, so it's not just like really in your face, just really like, ugh, you know, too much. Oh, I'm really into that. Yeah, that's quite really nice. Yeah, cool. Good shout, chat. Good shout. So if anyone's wondering, that's why I went with brown cloth instead, because it just made sense. And it's quite interesting because if you from the lore, I say the lore, from the Horus Heresy books, from Flight of the Eisenstein, it's the first time you see a Plague Marine. And it turns out like their armor isn't like, because traditionally it's just white and it got dirty. They just never cleaned it because they just don't think it's important for like liveries and stuff. So I always imagined before I read the Horus Heresy books that it's gone this green because it's just rotted and just disgusting. But when you come across the first ever Plague Marine, he changes almost instantly. Just his armor just pops into being, and it's just green and bronze, and horrible. So when I, after reading that, is what gave me the idea to just really go for the green, because I thought, well, if it's warp magic, like Nurgle's a cool guy, so I'd imagine he'd be like, yo, I'm gonna have some fun with this, you know? So that's my little tidbit into my brain, I suppose. If you're hobbing along, tell me what you're doing. What are you making? What are you painting? I want to know. I want to know all of it. I really like that. What is this, like candy floss? Why do you look so delicious? It's not Glass Eternals. Whoa. Which ones? Not the legend. The ones that got legends though. Oh, bastard. I really like those new models, the new Stormcast ones. The ones that they revealed. They're so nice. For the Dominion box, nice. I'm building Blood Warriors once they've got the Switch. Ooh. Are you getting the Dark Oath box? Professional R? I bet you are. I like looking at Dark Oath box, but at the same time, it's not something I would like to do because, I mean, I like it, I think it's cool, but at the same time, I don't like Imperial Guard for the same reason. I don't really like human beings. Like in my fantasy, space fantasy game, because I like animals and monsters and weirdos, you know, and poop zombies. Yes, Gabby. Get it, Craig. Get it. Get it. Which one's that? Which one's your somewhat local gaming place? Where are you? Where are you, boy? Drugy Violet, really nice thing. How did that Drugy Violet come out better than than Shyish Purple actual contrast paint? I think it makes sense. I think whilst I'm waiting for that, I'm going to do some dry brushing. No, some stickling, should I say, not some dry brushing. On my cloaks. And this is the bit I've been kind of holding off. This is scary. It is, isn't it? Like, that's only the base colour. It's going to look better in a minute. I have a really shitty brush somewhere. 2 seconds. I have a really shitty brush somewhere, but I don't know where I've put it. Oh, Sweden. Cool. Into that, look at that. Yeah, I've got a stipple brush somewhere. And basically, it was a Games Workshop brush, medium base brush, I think, or small, one or two. It was fucked. Like it was, God, it was ruined. So it became my stipple brush. Oh yeah. Is it? So is GW quite big in the States in the way of like are hobby stores quite rare to come across? So I lived in Canada for a good while, and I think there was quite a few in where I lived. Um, I don't know if it's the same in the States. Tell me, talk to me. Oh, I really wish I had that stipple brush. I do. Skink. Hear how thick these dry paints. If you've never used the Citadel dry paints, because obviously for dry brushing, they are so thick. But you don't want to water them down because it will ruin whatever the weird effect it is they're going for. I mean, ready? Looks like brains. Looks like blue brain. Hmm. Weirdly, this is supposed to look, by the way. Hmm. I don't know if this is going to work with this brush. I could just cut this brush. I don't use this one. Oh well, we'll see. Here it goes. Ah, that's fine. I don't know if you can see how that's coming up. It's actually come up exactly as I wanted to. So. Probably shaking my camera a lot because I'm leaving my hand, but in the Midwest seems like there's only one or two Java stores pretty big too. Yeah, I can imagine. This is going to shake the camera, but I'll do that. Mm-hmm. Almost done. The thing is, once I've done with this, I can go and just really ham into this cloth, the smoke, even the cloth. Because this is the bit I've been kind of paranoid about. Because once you've got this blue on, this is the first time I've done this. So, this was a bit of a risk. Not risk, because I can just always paint over it, but it was the uncertain thing. And there it is. Man, that's cool. Anyway, then. Oh, go away. So, skink blue for the cloak. Skink blue. If you didn't hear about it yesterday, or I mentioned it, I don't know if I mentioned it really. I write down all my colours because I am spicy brain and I forget things that are recent, but not things from 30 years ago. So you asked me who directed this movie back in '82 in Korea, and I'll tell you. But you asked me what colour I put on a model two hours ago. Don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Cool. It's double layered because he's got 2 layers of cloak, but I think that blue's gonna look really cool. It's just on the bottom and on the tip of the hoods. I need to find my actual stipple brush though. I've got a stippling brush, but I literally, like I said, it's the medium citadel one, just like the one I just used. But I cut it down. Yeah. I can't find it. I don't use this brush, so I will just cut this one down because these old citadel ones are poop. This texture stick is really good though. This is, I don't remember when or how or where I bought most of this crap, but a lot of the funky stuff like that, I couldn't tell you where I got it from. I do not remember. Right, that's that done. So let's do a first layer of dry brush of Slanesh Grey. This is a really cool colour. It's like a shade down from the colour lilac, in like it's a bit muddier, I suppose. Shake, 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 shake. Right, don't need much. There you go. I need a bit more than that. A little bit of H2O. Just to soften that brush up. Good. That's better. Come on to dawn. Oof. I don't know. Are you serious? Are you telling me I can't exaggerate and you'll call me out for it? Shit, man. You can't do that. Give me another one. Give me one that I could actually potentially get. Because that one's poop. I don't like it. Really digging this colour, actually. Really digging. Really liking that. What was it? Quartz white. Give me a film that isn't Korean. Just give me a movie. Give me a movie and I'll tell you who directed it. Or I'll tell you who composed it. Something. Just ask me something else. Quartz white, Cookie Violet. Slanesh Grey. And then really light Fulton pink. Oh. Get onto the fun part in a minute, which I'm going to destroy a paintbrush again. To all my 11 viewers, have you liked the stream yet? If you haven't, and you're enjoying it, please don't forget, because it would really help. I mean, I'm not going to be the whole do the like and subscribe, because if you're here, you're probably already subscribed. Right, I think. Maybe. Potentially. Probably. Remember? Hair in there. Right, make a break. Up only. There you go. Yes. Mm-hmm. Good. You've liked it? Good. Thanks, lads. Love that. Look at that. Everyone who voted 2, good shout into that. I like it. Mm-hmm. Right, don't need this anymore. Okay. Now's a really fun bit. So I don't know if you can see that pink and the purple on here, but that movement line, that came out really well. It's almost like a pink, well, it's exactly what it is. It's a pink to purple to dark, like a kind of fumey smoke, but I think that goes really nice with the green. If you agree, let me know. Bright colours for the win, yeah. I like that. Right. Let's find a drink. I need a little bit of drink in there. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Dirty Down Rust paint. This is the final part. This is it. Like, this can take a couple of layers sometimes. And it doesn't... Well, thank you. I might do a little bit of edge with white. Might be too much. I'll use that on this one. Isn't the white one too much? No, I'll leave it. I can come back and change it after the fact because it's top layer, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'm going to use the Dirty Down Rust now. So I use this on all the metals, majority of the big bits. I don't tend to do it on like these little medallions, because they, like, if you think about it in like real world, that will move around a lot, so water won't have a chance to kind of rest on it, whereas his armor will. So, but if you're ever going to use this Dirty Down Rust, or any of they've got a verdigris one and they've got another kind of effect one, I can't remember what the other one's called. always use a brush you don't care about, because this shit is gnarly stuff. It smells like nail polish. But I like it. I need a tiny ass little cup. Right, giddy ass little cup. Yeah, let's get that up. Yeah, it's very, very strong. It's water soluble, so the thing is, if you don't like it, just take it off. And here goes. Thin layers. Thin layers. The thinner you go, the better it will be. Because if you stay strong, it tends to have this, like if you just kind of just get it into the belly of your bristles, and just blob it on, it goes almost like a wash, and it just ends up making everything look brown. Rather than like if you layer it up thin, it cracks because that really kind of degraded kind of look. As you can see, the reason this is so, I mentioned this yesterday. The reason why I use silver and bronze is because of this. Look at there's a very slight color difference between the two. And it just makes the colors pop there. So, method in the madness. This is my favourite bit. It's just when everything comes together. Thin layer, all over. All the metals. Because the effect it gives, you don't have to edge highlight. No edge highlighting. What is that? So you're welcome, internet. Goody gumdrops. See? Love that. I've never used it before. I've always done it straight from the bottle, and I nearly dropped the bottle, and I do not want this shit going all over my desk, so this time I'm being cautious. Like you'll see in a minute, I got a bit of my dry brushing on his totem on his back. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to go over it with this now, so okay. Don't worry about it, it's fine. See, yeah, it's gone. And then, ta-da, it's gone. Now, I don't know if you can see it starting to come through already. By the time I finish all the rest, I can go back and do my second coat. Nice and thick in there. Get that kind of cracky texture come through. Goody, goody. Let me know if you can see that on the camera. See if it's clear enough, the effect that's coming through. Because otherwise, you'll just have to sit and work for it. The beauty is not all of the metal has to be covered, but I want it to. I mean, most of it, because I do want it to. I want the green to be the star of the show. Hence why it's a right. But, you know. Comment, talk to me, tell me, have you ever used any of this dirty down stuff before? Or if not, what have you ever used for rust effects? Because there might be ones out there that I don't know about. And I've used quite a few, like styles of like stippling browns and almost like a non-metal metal kind of style of bringing it up. But this one is just consistent, I think is the best way to put it. Without kind of, you know, is going on in my head, you know, because sometimes when you do an NMM and stuff like that, you can kind of get in your head about it because it's a lot of work. And I mean, the way my head works, I sometimes get a bit paranoid about it. But I'm going to fuck it up before I start. Whereas this, you're like, well, it's coming out of a bottle, and it's going to look like this, exactly as I expect. Is it perfect? No, not at all. But nothing ever is, so don't let it get you down. I sure as shit don't. Life's too short for that. Beautiful. I don't know nothing, Craig. What was it you told me the other day? Oh, you told me something the other day. I didn't know that. Craig is dipping into AOS too, which is good. Anyone who's in the chat, I presume most of you have come from the Great Hall, which is obviously predominantly a 40k channel. Are any of you that are in the chat looking to start doing AOS? If you are, what? I would like to know. Because I'm a nosy so-and-so. Oh. Yes. Oh, then yeah, you haven't told me shit. Thanks, though. Look at that. Good. Went on the AOS 4 box set. Good. Started Cities a couple months ago. I really like Cities of Sigmar. Like the same thing about the Imperial Guard. It's just people. All the West stuff I've started building has been cast up to Legends. I may have a plan collection for each of the realms. Ooh. Interesting. I like that. I have a couple of things going in a minute. So, as I said at the beginning of the stream, I built this today. I really enjoy it. I mean, I've got really big hands, as you can see. So, the Skaven are quite finicky, but this Deathmaster is such a fucking beautiful model. I've based him, and I'm going to prime him tomorrow, and I'm going to paint him. I'm going to see what I'm basically going to use him as my tester for my paint scheme for when AOS 4 comes out, because he's cool. So I've got him, I've got the Doom Bell, I got some Clam Rats, some Storm Vermin. So I've like the old stuff, which came from a box. I can't remember which one it was. It was the one that had the Sylvaneth in it. And I completely forgot I had them. Metal Grave Lords and Fire Slavers aren't this at the moment. Ooh. I like that. Fire Slayers. Now they're a cool army. Well, like people joke about them all the time. They're like, oh, it's just naked dwarves. They're really cool. Like, their aesthetic, the whole fire thing was, well, obviously, like, their aesthetic, I really like it. Like, again, it's like the whole berserker thing, but they're dwarves, and they ride big, like, Elden Ring boss enemy, like Elden Ring boss lizards. Like, I love it. Yeah, that's it. He's done. Oh, rips that brush. Yeah. Vlad, are you on Instagram? If you are, my Instagram is linked on my homepage on YouTube. Um, and on there, I posted my Skaven on my Seraphon on there a couple of weeks ago. They were so much fun. So much fun. I have these to do. I've got 6 of these to do. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to probably, I can't decide what colour I'm going to do the Agrodons, but we'll figure it out. And I've got some Gloomspike gets to do too. And Skaven. So, lots to do. Lots to do. Right. So he's done. Just need to do the base. Yeah, you know. Oh, good. Thanks, for that. Yeah, like I did my ones in there. Like, I've done like pastel ones. So all that like pastel Seraphon. So I had the Vanguard box for him. So I've got a Old Blood on Carnosaur, 3 Coxagor Warspawn, and then the 10 Saurus Warriors. God, it's so much fun. Painting the feathers. Oh god, I love it. I loved it so much. Oh, Vlad, yeah, I agree. Like, it's nice to have humans there, but I don't want to play them personally. I want to play weirdos and poop zombies and monsters and animals because escapism. So, yeah. Right, let's do the base. So if I do a basey base of right outside. But that sounded delicious. Oh god, I keep forgetting I need to get more of this. Just gonna glob this crap on here. Let's get some of this into the belly. A little wire. If you're wondering why I've just put water into a paint pot, it's because there's no paint in it. And I need it. So, sue me. My paint, do what I want. Dad. Stormcast exception like Slay the Darkness and Curse Knights. Yeah. They don't count. Anything in like armor, good. But I mean, when I say people, I mean like people, like Cities of Sigmar, Imperial Guard, humans, weaklings. I get it. Like, I know Liam's really like Liam and Joe. They like Joe. I mean, Joe's really into his bolt action and stuff, so it makes sense that he likes Imperial Guard. Liam loves tanks. He loves, you know, he loves aircraft and stuff like that. So it makes sense how that he likes Imperial Guard. But, Yeah, it's just not my thing. It's not my jam. Oh, I really don't have much of this brown left at all. I based my entire Death Guard army like 2 weeks ago and did all the brown on the entire thing in one fell swoop. That is why I have next to no right outside, because I use it quite a lot anyway. And I've used it for them because I don't have any. I need burnt umber ink. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Great. That's right. I want some burnt umber ink, but I just can't afford it right now. Can't justify it. I will get some. Yeah, those Seraphim I did, they were for Liam's channel. They're up at the studio right now, actually. I like them. I like them a lot. Really want to get a Lord Croak. He's going to be fun. Yeah, he's going to be much fun. I think GW did a great job with the guard book. Yeah. Do you mean the Black Library books? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I started reading Legion, obviously, because it starts off about the Imperial Army, as they call it. Because it's because it's not the Imperial Guard yet. With Ashra Minotaur, sorry. And at first I was like, ugh, just don't care. Like, I was on this high from Fulgrim. Like the book Fulgrim, because that was a good book. Fucked up book, but a good book. I was on that high from that. And like fight the Eisenstein and stuff. And to get into Legion, I was like, oh, lame. But as it went on, I was like, do you know what? This is actually quite interesting. And it was well made. It was quite interesting seeing about all the how the fact you got all the old psychers, the women. I can't remember what they're called. The women who basically command it all from one space. It was a nice little touch. Oh, what are they called? It was an S, I think. The voice actor for yeah, he's the one that's on it at the minute. David something. He's on he did Battle for the Abyss as well. I didn't like him at first. I didn't like him when he was voicing all of the Emperor's Children, but as soon as you hear him voicing someone who isn't Emperor's Children, he was really good. So, go figure. I think it's just how he was doing the whole, egotistical thing, but it came across a bit poop. So, Pastel and green. It's not like pump voices. Yeah, I mean, just if have you listened to all of Fulgrim, or did you kind of get the beginning of it, hear all that, and go, ugh, no, thank you. Because if you didn't listen to all of it, give it a go, because it does get better. Like, I really didn't like it at first, Oh, cheers, Chris. Cheers for coming. Good night, and well, yeah. Hopefully, see you. If I don't see you, if I don't hear from you on one of the Great Hall streams, then hopefully maybe I'll see you next weekend. Because I'll be doing this again next weekend, I think. Wait, what time is it? Oh, no clock. Can someone tell me what the time is? My phone is busy being a camera. Well, you hate Lucius. Yeah, Lucius is a prick. Really like Sultana today. £10. It's really Christ. Time flies. Well, I have. Yeah, salt is better than sugar. I am basically done. I just need to rim the base. Oh, thank you. Just need to rim the base, and then he is finished. I'm back. I don't know how, like, if you do it, I'm sorry, but if you do your rims in any other colour but black, you're an absolute psychopath. I mean, the old world ones when they were green, sure, I guess. But the rims, they can't be black. Although I have seen a Tau army and they're all red. So that was quite cool. Because it just kind of, the Tau themselves were white. Gold rims. Yeah, I think there's a lot of gold though. I suppose if you're spraying them gold, it saves a lot of tidy up, I suppose. Because you can just spray the whole thing. So I suppose that makes sense. Silver trim. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I've never really thought about doing metallic trims on the bottom. I might try that one day. That would be quite smart, actually. I eat my words. I will try it once. Maybe twice. And that's it. Finite. And that's it, chap. Is that clear enough? Can you see that? Look how fast that dried. That black is dried instantly. Because it's so warm up here. Yeah. Is that clear enough? Can you see that? So, that's it. Obviously, he's a lot brighter than they would normally be. But he's a character, so I really wanted him to kind of look a bit more focused. I've got some. There's like neon green grass tufts you can get. I think it's army paint there, but that's why the base looks a bit dull. Not dull, but like empty. It's because I leave space because I want to get some of them and then throw these neon green tufts on the base. They're like a dark green to neon. I think either Vallejo or army paint. One of the two. I need to get hold of some of them. But yeah, there it is. So I have some other things I can get on with. In the chat, how many people have I got here? The 9 of you that are still watching, I can go until 11 if you like, or half 10. So we'll say 11. Put a 1 in the chat when we go to 11 because I've got some metals I can do on my plague burst crawlers, or 2 if you want me to call it there. We'll go from there. I don't know, 1 or 2. Time to count with the count. 1. 1. Oh, Tim, you bored of me. Craig. You want me to just call it there? Well, let's see. It's a draw then. Alright. Bye, Tim. Have a good night, mate. Thanks for coming. Oh. Thanks, Craig. Thanks a lot, Craig. What should I say? Tanks a lot. Am I right? Huh? Huh? Because tanks, right? No. Well, that was pretty good. Tonks. All the tonks. 2 tonks, in fact. I'm really happy how that came out. Which one do you, in fact, which one do you prefer? 1 for the new one, 2 for the original colour schemes? Just be honest, because like the more I look at the original, I do quite like it because it's low, it's really high contrast. Like the pinks and the purples really go well against everything. But I like the simplicity of that quite a lot. Yeah, good. You prefer the original, though, buddy? Oh, that's a shame. Too late. Ain't nothing I can do about it now. Thanks, Craig. Good thing is, taste is 100% subjective. So it doesn't matter if you don't like it, as long as I like it, that's all that matters. But if you do also like it, then that's good. I like that. You know? So that needs doing. So this is what I have on my table right now. This is more for me, just so I don't forget. So, because I do it in steps. So all the brass I've done. Done. He's done. He's done. He's him. So I need to do brass on all of them, black all round, and then washes and effects and highlights. Good. For a darker look, these looks a little too bright for me. Slap another wash on there. Good. I appreciate the feedback anyway. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. lot going on here. You have a good think about what I'm going to do with the colours on this. I need to break down what's going to be my black, my silvers. The good thing is, like I said earlier about the rust effect I use, doesn't really matter whether you put it over silver or bronze, because it kind of is always going to look the same, which is what I want, which is what I've gone for, because traditional-ish, but it gives it just different variants of the same colour, you know. It means you don't just go from pots and pots of lead belcher. A lot of brass you did for the axe. Yeah, so that's basically what's going to be across the entire thing, but it's going to be different tones. So these I'm going to do in Castellex bronze. So basically the way I've always looked at it is anything actual of use I use in lead belcher. I put lead belcher as the base colour. Anything as livery, like ornamental or trim, stuff like this, I use brass, or I use the bronzy brassy kind of colour, just so it can make it so it has different accents underneath the rust. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm going to do that for a long time doing that. So I'm going to do some brass. Please. No cat tonight, I'm afraid. Yeah. I ensured he was outside for tonight. Little bastard. He made a massive mess yesterday. So I had to ensure that I didn't get a repeat for that. Alright, I'm going to do the brass on this, and I'm going to probably call it, because I just remembered I actually have work tomorrow. And it's probably getting a bit late now. So I'm going to go till 1:30, I think. Ish, maybe. Okay. Okay. Probably looks like I literally just kind of just toss this all over it and just be a bit haphazard. But as you saw from what it looks like at the end, there's method, you know. It's just, there's no point going really finicky with edge highlighting on the metals and stuff when I'm just going to cover it anyway and you won't ever see it. So yes, it looks a bit shoddy before the final effect. That's showbiz, you know. Because you could just not do the rest and just leave it as copper and or bronze and copper, bronze, brass, bloody hell, that brown metal thing, and silver. You could just do that. I could just do that. I'm not gonna. I'm stubborn. How's your plague greens going, Craig? How many have you done? What have you done? Is it still the same ones you've been doing for a while? I've also told myself, I've said it yesterday in the stream, and I've been saying it in Liam's channel like all week. I am actually going to watch Fallout tonight. Everyone keeps talking to me about it, everyone keeps telling me to watch it. And I haven't, I keep meaning to, but I'm actually going to do it tonight. I'm going to get into, after I'm done here, I'm going to get ready for bed, and then I'm just going to put it on. And then I'm not going to like it. Because it's been built up, and then I don't know what I'm like. It's been really built up, everyone's like, oh my god, I love it. I'm going to put it on, I'm going to hate it. Actually, 7 plus biologists. Vision Green now done some back. Oh, nice. Twins. Legion Green. I like that colour. You managed to talk yourself into getting a Mortarian yet, Craig? Because that would be pretty cool. You've got. Has anyone got any games coming up this week, this weekend? If you have, what are you going to take? Who, what, where, why, when? How, why, how, what? Yes, when? But when, Mortarian? I want all the Primarchs, just so I have them. Catch Pokemon. Just gotta catch them all. And paint them. And the horse, I suppose. Because I'm weird. Say weird. There's loads of people who do that. Originally, when I originally thought I'd do this Death Guard army, I was going to do the Horus Heresy Ceramite White with like green pauldrons and stuff. But then I was looking it up, and I realised that everyone was doing that. So, like, so freaking many people were doing that. So I just went, oh, nah. I want to do something completely different. And it's not about like, oh, look at me, mine's different. Ha ha ha. Contrarian. It's just so not. That's like mine to stand out for me. I'm tempted to paint him in a more pallid hand style or something else in contrast to the more green to make him really stand out. Interesting. What colours? Traditional. So like purple cloak and stuff. I saw a really nice one the other day on Instagram. Some of the stuff that people do with his wings. Like the wings is kind of why I got myself an airbrush for Voltarian. I was like, I got myself a really good airbrush, was I? Because I was like, yeah, when I get him, I want his wings to be fucking kick ass. But I saw one on Instagram the other day, and his cloak was blue. Kind of what I did with the Contagion, but it was like the whole thing was like bright blue, and it looked so cool because they muted the green, and it was the blue was like kind of like the bright part of the model, and I was really into it. Yeah, I was really into that actually. I like it a lot. So look up the OG. So white then. White with like a tan cloak, really. I'm going to finish this one since I tell on. And I think I'll probably call it a night, I think. So much fallout, like I said I would. I know I won't. I know I won't. I'll get into bed and I'll be like, what if I fall asleep? And I'll lose track and I won't know what episode I was on. If what's and maybes. And then I'll put YouTube on. It would be a deep dive lore video on Dark Souls, or probably because I've been talking about it and because it's popular at the minute, it'll be like, I'll wake up and then I'm halfway through a Fallout lore video. What happened? Where did the apocalypse come from? Or something stupid. I know it. You know it. It's exactly what's going to happen. To be honest. That's not. Concentrating. Concentrating. Much better. Big guy, because now that I know I'm going to replace these in my 2K point army, obviously the armies can change. But now that I know they're not going to be in my list in general, these Soulbot Go Force, Light Lord Terminators, sorry. Painting them is kind of feel like a bit of a chore. I'm like, well, I was painting them to you because they were in my list, my to use list, like for the channel or whatever. My first kind of debut with them. But then I used them on the team day, because that was my first game of 10th. They just didn't do it for me. They just didn't do anything. Whereas the Death Shroud Terminators, they killed the lion, so on their own. Well, with Lord Contagion, obviously. But, they didn't have any kind of outside help. It was just mano y mano, and they kicked his ass. So I was like, well, I need more of those. That's my reasoning, and I'm sticking with it. Beautiful. God, these ones are so damn cool. I love them so much. I know I said it earlier, but as a Death Guard collector or player, you really are spoiled, really. But we're one of the trade users that have this basically an entire range all to ourselves. Like, we have our own Terminator, 2 different variants of our own Terminators, our own Space Marines. We have our own cultists with the Poxwalkers. We've got all these named characters. Yes, you can take a Chaos Sorcerer Lord and all that kind of stuff, but you don't need to, because you can just take your own shit. Demon Prince, you get your own head. We had one. Forward World one, the Flying Path Resin one. I never really liked that one. Chunky boy. I'm going to get a Demon Prince, I think. But I would like to kind of kit bash one. I want to buy the kit. I want the body and the head, but I want to put bug wings on it and some other kind of nasties all over it. Nothing bright. That's the plan anyway. That's the plan. Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't have a lot on you, do you? Concentrating. Everyone's still there. I'm awfully quiet in here. I'm talking to myself. I mean, that was the intention anyway. I'm not too worried. Sunday night, isn't it? Everyone's probably just going to bed now, getting ready for work tomorrow. I don't blame you. I don't sleep very well. But hopefully I'll be able to just go off on one after this. Beautiful. Well, as beautiful you can get being like this. Cool. Almost there. Is that buzzing sound, for anyone who's still here, the buzzing sound, is it still there? I really need to figure out what that is, because that's going to really impact what anyone actually watching this, because if it's as annoying as I reckon it probably is, I don't think I would normally stick around for it. Yeah, still there. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna have to get a little lapel mic or something. And then that way. There shouldn't be no interference, obviously it could be on mic rather than coming straight from my phone. I'll be clearer as well, so there is a benefit. I suppose. Beautiful. I think that's it. That's all Lebrons. Bronze, not Lebron. Yep, that's all his bronze done. Right, so I think I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I think so. I managed to do what I wanted to do. He's all done. He's complete. So I can put him on the shelf, and then when I next go to the studio, I can take him in, and then he can stay there. But yeah, if you like the stream so far, if you like the stream and you haven't already, like so. I mean, all the 6 of you, you've probably been here since the beginning, and if you have, I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming, hanging out. It's been lovely to just kind of talk at you and to you. And yeah, I think I'm probably going to do this again next weekend because I've quite enjoyed it. It's kept me motivated to keep painting, even though I'm probably going to do it anyway, but it keeps me focused. So we're really enjoying having you guys around. So yeah, thank you very much. It's going to be, yeah, see you guys next week. Thank you.